Hello everyone. In previous lecture we have discussed closure of a relation. In this lecture we will discuss closure of a relation with the help of some examples. We will further discuss Warshall's algorithm, which is used to find transitive closure of a relation. Now look at this example. Here x equal to 1, 2, 3 and our relation is 1, 2, 2, 2 and 2, 3. We have to find reflexive, symmetric and transitive closures. First find the reflexive closure. Reflexive closure. So this is, you can find it R union Ix. So Ix equal to three elements are there. So 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. So reflexive closure, this will be reflexive closure. This will be, look at this, you will write all these elements 1 1, 2 2 and 3 3, and you will write all these elements 1 comma 2 2 2 is already there, so 2 3. So this is the reflexive closure of R. So 1 1 2 2 3 3. So this is the smallest reflexive relation that contains R. Similarly, symmetric closure. Now for this you will write symmetric closure, you will write R union R inverse. So R union R inverse means first write R, the elements of R 1 comma 2, 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. Now union R inverse means you will reverse the order, so it is 2 1, 2 2 and 3 2. So you will get 1 comma 2, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3 and 2 comma 1, 2 2 is already there, 3 comma 2. Now look at this. This is the smallest symmetric relation that contains R as a subset. So this is the symmetric closure. Now transitive closure. Transitive closure, or you can say R star. For R star we need to find R union R square union and up to so on. So R is given, so first we will find R square. This is R composition R. So if you find the composition R with itself, you will find 1 2 and 2 2. It means first element will be 1 comma 2. 1 is related to 2, 2 is related to 2. So first element is 1 2. Now look at this, 1 is related to 2 and 2 is related to 3. So 1 3. Another next element will be 1 comma 3. Now check this 2 2. So 2 is related to 2 and 2 is related to itself. It means 2 2 will be there. So next element will be 2 comma 2. Now 2 is related to 2, 2 is related to 3, so 2 3. So 2 3. This element will be there. Now 2 is related to 3, but no other element is starting with 3. So the process will be completed. So here 1 2, 1 2, 2 2, 1 2, 1 2, 2 3, 1 3. Now if you start with this one 2 2 and 2 2, so 2 2 will be there. 2 2 2 3, so 2 3. 2 3 is already there. So these four elements will be there in R square. So now find R cube. R cube is R square composition R. So start with this first element 1 2. Take the composition of R square with R. So 1 2. Now look at it. This is starting with 2. So 2 2. So 1 2 will be there. 1 comma 2. Now 1 2 2 3. So 1 comma 3. So 1 3 will be there. 1 2. So this is not starting with 2. Just leave it. Now check this element 1 3. 1 3. This is not starting with 3. This is not starting with 3. This is not starting with 3. So no need to check 1 3. Just leave it. Now 2 2. So 2 2, so this 2 2, 2 related to 2, 2 related to 2, so this is 2 comma 2. Now 2 related to 2 and 2 related to 3, so we will have 2 comma 3. So now check 2 3, so 2 3, but no element is starting with 3, so just leave it as it is. So this process is completed. R cube. Now if you see r square is same as r cube. So we will calculate, again only 3 elements are there, so we will calculate up to r cube only. Here 3 elements are there, so we will calculate up to r cube only. Otherwise if n elements are there, we can repeat r cube, r4, r5 and up to so on until we get the same sets. Here you can see r square is same as r cube. It may be possible if more than 3 elements are there, suppose say 10 elements are there, and we are getting r square is same as r cube and r4. It means now next we will get all these r4, r5 same, so no need to go further. So you can terminate process up to that point where you are getting same conjugative relations. So here we have now r and r square. We need to take only r and r square because r square and r cube are same. So r star you can write it r union r square only. So if you find this, you can write r 1 comma 2, 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. Now r square is 1 2, this is already written, 2 2 already written, 2 3 already written, only one element 1 3, so 1 comma 3. Now you can see this is the smallest transitive relation which contains r as a subset. So in this way you can find the transitive closure of r. So you have to find the r square, r cube, and finally you have to find the union of all these, then you will get transitive closure of r. Now Warshaw's algorithm. This algorithm is used to find the transitive closure of a relation, say R. Suppose R is defined on a set, say X, and suppose X has n elements, say X1, X2 and up to Xn. So R is relation on X. Now we have to find the transitive closure of R. So Warshaw's algorithm is used to find transitive closure. So in this algorithm basically defines a sequence of matrices W0, W1 and up to Wn, where W0 is equal to the matrix of the relation R and Wn, this is the transitive closure of R. Means if we start with W0, that is MR, and find W1, W2 according to some rules, then finally Wn will be the transitive closure of R. So how can we find these matrices in this sequence? For this is the Warshaw's algorithm is defined as, suppose the previous matrix is denoted by Wk minus 1, suppose Aij, and Wk is, suppose this is Bij. Now look at this, we will start with k equal to 1. So if k equal to 1, you know this will be W0. It means W0 is given, this is MR. So W0 is given, so you will assume the elements of W0 are Aij. Now with the help of Aij, we have to find Bij, that is we have to find Wk. And next time we will assume k equal to 2, so we will have W1, then we will find W2, and the process will go on. With the help of W0 we will find W1, with the help of W1 we will find W2 and up to so on. Finally with the help of Wn minus 1 we will find Wn. So how can we find? With the help of Wk minus 1, how can we find Wk? For this we have two rules. So the algorithm is, how can we write this algorithm? For k equal to 1 to n, n elements are there for k equal to 1 to n. So we have to repeat two steps. Number one is, if Aij equal to 1, then Bij equal to 1. It means if the elements of Aij element of K minus 1th matrix is 1, then the corresponding element of Wk, that is Bij, will be 1. This is the first rule. Now second thing, if Aik equal to 1 and Akj equal to 1, then Bij equal to 1. It means in this matrix we have started with k equal to 1 to n, means each time we will have a particular value of 1. Now particular value of k. For example, you will start with k equal to 1, next time you will have k equal to 2, next time k equal to 3. We will move from 1 to n. So for a particular value of k, if Aik equal to 1 and Akj equal to 1, it means Aik equal to 1 means now first you will check the ith row and kth column. K is given, for example, suppose you start with k equal to 1. So when k equal to 1 means in first column you will check the row where this element is 1. You will find the value of I, or you will find the row where this value is 1. Now you will find the row, kth row, where you will check the kth row where is jth, in jth column, kth row and jth column. So this element is 1. I will give you one example to understand this. So for each value of k, you have to check the ith row where Aik is 1 and jth column where Akj equal to 1. If this condition is satisfied, then in this matrix Wk, Bij will be 1, and you have to repeat this step. So first you will, for k equal to 1 you will find W1, for k equal to 2 you find W2, and finally for k equal to n you will find Wn, which will give you the transitive closure of the matrix, the relation R. So this is the Warshaw's algorithm. Now we'll take one example. Suppose x equal to 1 to 3 and R be a relation on x defined as 1 2 2 2 2 3 and 3 1. So we have to find the transitive closure of R. So first we will find W0. W0, this is the relation matrix. Relation matrix means you will write 1 2 3. So you will write 1 2 3. You can write in this way 1 2 and 3. So 1 2 is 1, 2 2 is 1, 2 3 is 1, 3 1 is 1, 3 1 3 1, 1 2 2 2 and 3 1 is 1. 4 elements are 1, so all other elements will be 0. Now k equal to 1, so start with k equal to 1. K equal to means 1 means now we have to find W1. So W1, to find W1, apply the first rule. If Aij, these elements are Aij and these elements are Bij. If Aij equal to 1, then Bij equal to 1, means wherever the elements are 1, so in Wk all these elements will be 1. So if it is 1, this is 1, second element is 1, this is 1, this is 1. So this is the first rule, that is Aij equal to 1, then Bij equal to 1. Now check the second rule. Aik equal to 1 and Akj equal to 1. Here k equal to 1, it means Ai1 equal to 1 and A1j equal to 1. If it's so, then Bij equal to 1. Then Bij equal to 1, Bij equal to 1. So we have to identify the ith row and jth column. Here in first column, here in first row. So first check the first column of this matrix. First column. So look at this. This element is 1. This element is 1. That is I equal to 3. So we have A31 equal to 1. A31 equal to. Now we have to check in first row. First row means in this row. And we have to find the jth column. Jth column, look at this. This is second column. So we have A1 2, this equal to 1. So look at this here, k equal to 1. So we will put k equal to 1. So this equation becomes ai1 equal to 1 and a1j equal to 1. It means now we have to find the row. We have to find the value of I. So if you see in first column, so only this element is 1. So the value of I will be 3. It may be possible that more than 2 values are 1. So you will write all these values here. So A3 equal to 1 and A12 equal to 1. So this implies, look at this 3, 2, B3, 2, this equal to 1. So B32 equal to 1. So for K equal to 1, we get B32 equal to 1. So on applying the second rule, B32, we get B32, this equal to 1. So all elements will remain 0. All elements will remain 0 as it is. Okay, now we have to find W2. So W2, now these elements are Aij and W2, the elements of W2 are Bij. So with the help of these elements, we have to find the elements of W2. So first write 1. These are 1. Where it is 1? Right. Sorry, it is 0. It is 0. 0. Last one is 1, 1, 1. So now we will not write this 0. This is 1, 1. First we will write only these. Wherever this is 1, in the corresponding places of the next matrix, all these places will be 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is W2. Now I applied the second rule. Aik, if ik equal to 1 and kj equal to 1, then bij equal to 1. This implies bij equal to 1. So this is the rule. But here k equal to 2. In first k equal to 1. Here k equal to 2. So the rule will be ai2 equal to 1 and a2j equal to 1. If this condition holds, then Bij this equal to 1. Now look at this. We have to check the second column. Second column of this matrix. Second column is this. So all these three elements are 1. So I means for I we have value 1, 2, 3. So we can write A12 equal to 1, A22 equal to 1, A32 equal to 1. So we have three values for I, 1, 2 and 3. Now and A2j equal to 1 means in second row we have to find the jth column. In second row we have to find the value of j. So two values of j are there. One is 2 and another is 3. So we can write A22 equal to 1 and A23 equal to 1. So here we have two values of j. Now combine these. First combine this with this one. A12 equal to 1, A22 equal to 1. It means A12 equal to 1. Sorry, B12, because I's are the elements of W1. We have to find the matrix of W2 and these are denoted by B. So B12 equal to 1. So merge this one, A12, combine A12 and A23. So A13, this will give you B13 equal to 1. So we have combined A12 with these two. Now similarly A221, this will give you B22, this equal to 1. B221, A221, A231. So A23. So this will give you B23 equal to 1. Now combine this with this one, A32, A22. So 3, 2. So B32, this equal to 1. Combine this with this, A32 and A23. It means 3, 3. So finally B33, this equal to 1. So we have to combine each of these elements with each of these elements. So in this we will get this 6 element. So B12, B13 and all these elements. Now check B12 equal to 1, B12 equal to 1, B13 equal to 1, B13 1 comma 3, this is 1. B22 equal to 1, this is already 1. B23 equal to 1, 23 is already 1. 2, this is already 1. B32 equal to 1, B32, this is already 1. B33, this equal to 1. So all these elements are written as 1. So remaining elements will be 0. So this is W2. Now we have to find W3 because 3 elements are there. So you can find W3 with the help of W2. Now W2 will be Aij. The elements of W2 will be denoted by Aij, and the elements of W3 will be Bij. Now first you will write all these elements same. You will write this is 1 1 1 1 1 1, this is 1, and now look at this. You will apply the same rule for k equal to 3. K equal to 3 means Ai 3 equal to 1 and A3 j equal to 1, then Bij equal to 1. So Ai3 in third column, you have to find the value of I. So again all these are 1, so you can write A13, A23, A33. So all are 1. This is 1. This is 1. And in third row you have to find jth column. In third row you have to find jth column where the entries are 1. All these entries are 1. So it means A31, A32, A33. So this is 1. This is 1. This is 1. Now combine each with each other. 1 3 3 1 1 1. B11. So this will give you B11 equal to 1. So B11 equal to 1. 1 3 3 2. It means 1 2. So 1 2 is already 1. No need to write it again. A13 3 3. So A13 3 3. So this is 1 3. 1 3 is already 1. Now 2 3 3 1. So 2 1 2 1 2 1. This is B21 equal to 1. 2 3 and 3 1. 2 1 equal to 1. So this is also 1. You know, if you find all other combination, all other elements are 1. So no need to go further. You can calculate. You will get all these values 1, which are already 1. So this is the matrix of the transitive closure of R. Here you see all the elements are 1. So in this way you can apply Warsaw's algorithm for any given relation, and we have started with look at this W0. This is the relation matrix, and step by step first we calculated W1, then W2 based on W1, then W3 based on W2. So this one W3, 3 elements are there. So this one is the matrix of transitive closure of R. So you can write all these elements. For example, you can write 1 1 1 2 1 3. Similarly 2 1 2 2 2 3 and remaining elements. So I hope that you got concepts of Warsaw's algorithm and how can we find closures for different type of relation, reflexive, symmetric and transitive closure, and further how can we apply Warsaw's algorithm for finding transitive closure of a relation.